Happy Sunday. I am getting some work done and I have my natural calm here and the good stuff. So last night I finished the Food Choices documentary on Netflix. Oh my God, guys, I totally recommend it. It was really good. In my opinion, the strengths of having Netflix are in the documentaries. I don't really like most of the TV series. I find they're sort of hit or miss and difficult for me to engage with. But I'm just doing a little meal prep here and I'm gonna roast up some garlic. Yeah, so you just cut the top off and then you smear a little oil here and then you roast it. I'm gonna roast it at 400 degrees and then when it's done, you can just squeeze it out and smear it on stuff. So I like to do it that way. You can do the entire head that way, just cut this part off, but I don't wanna do that. I wanna save some. And all I do is just wrap it up like that. And he goes in the oven at 400 degrees. All right, guys, so I've chopped up 1 whole onion, 3 cloves of garlic, about half a cup of red and orange bell pepper, and 3 ribs of celery. And I'm just gonna saute this stuff in a little bit of coconut oil. I'm just gonna season these vegetables a little bit with some fresh ground black pepper. I really enjoy using this pink Himalayan sea salt. So all that's cooked down nicely. And so now that that's cooked down, I'm just gonna add 2 cans of diced peeled tomatoes in the tomato juice. These are the no salt added ones. 2 tablespoons of this of tomato paste. And I'm gonna add 3 cups of no sodium, no chicken vegetable broth. I like this stuff. You could use whatever kind of broth that you like though, probably. So ideally I would be putting in some dried basil and oregano and rosemary, all of which are included in the Italian blend, Mrs. Dash, but those are kind of the key players that I would pick if I didn't have the Mrs. Dash. All right guys, so it's a beautiful day out and I just wanted to walk around a little bit, but I'm gonna head into Urban Outfitters because I know they have some skincare products there. Okay, I'm always intrigued by Mario Badescu's stuff because some of it actually seems legitimate. But I'm mostly intrigued by this to use tonight, the seaweed night cream. I'm thinking I'm gonna get it. Have any of you guys ever used this? I see it's a oil-free sunscreen. It's a chemical sunscreen. Oh guys, they have the moon juice powders here. You know I'm all about the adaptogens. I don't think they do anything for skin, but who knows? I wanna try this. Daily Polina is always having this. All right, so I'm intrigued by this herbivore line. Hydrate. That one went over a little well. Feels nice. Okay guys, I've said on here before that a humidifier in the bedroom can be really helpful for dry skin. And look how cute these are. They have things here, these little USB Magic Berry humidifiers. How sweet is that? Just a little baby one. I think that's so adorable. Well, I got the Mario Badescu seaweed mask. Of all of the masks that I looked at in there, that was the only one that didn't have like a lot of irritating ingredients. Like a lot of them have grapefruit oil on them, and like, I don't know, I don't want to put grapefruit oil on. Plus I liked that this was hyaluronic acid based. This one actually seemed to have logical hydration ingredients in it, humectants. So that's why I went with it. So the Super Bowl is next weekend and it's here in Houston. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I might just hide. Some in Bath and Body Works. Fresh cut lilies. I also really like this sweet cherry pie one. It's a good one. That's nice. I actually like these. I like the lid too. They also have this blue sandalwood and sage. It's really nice. It'd be really nice for like your kitchen. So one of you guys commented that you really like the mahogany teak wood. I like that scent too. But they have another one in there that's I think new called black teak wood. And the store sales associate was trying to say that they smelled entirely different. I could not appreciate any difference between the 2 fragrances. So comment below if you disagree. Maybe it was very, very subtle difference. I don't know, but Okay, so the dough cone is out here again. One of these days I'm going to try it. European donut cone that they'll even line it with Biscoff cookie butter or Nutella, and then they fill it with ice cream. Like, I don't really have a sweet tooth, but I'm intrigued by it. I'm not really a donut fan either, but the idea of just trying it would be fun. Well, hey guys, I just got back from my little stroll. So I had simmered the soup for about half an hour, and I've just let it kind of cool down here on the stove. So it really looks good, right? So now I'm gonna just ladle it up into these mason jars, and I'll have that throughout the week. Top it with some vegan ricotta cheese, some vegan garlic ricotta cheese that I'm gonna make now. As you'll recall, this morning I roasted up the garlic cloves. So there they are. I'm just gonna peel them now, and they peel really easily, see? You'll recall earlier I bought the unsalted, raw, unroasted, just plain cashews. I basically have soaked them in water in the fridge, ideally at least 6 hours in the water. And essentially what this does is just makes them real soft and mushy. And so I'm gonna take a cup of those and drain off the water. Then I'm gonna add the 6 cloves of roasted garlic, the juice of half a lemon, 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, some salt to taste, and a few more sprinklings of this Mrs. Dash blend, Italian blend, to go with the soup. That's all gonna go in my Ninja here, and I'm just gonna pulse it, and then that'll basically be done. There's my vegan cheese. I think it actually ends up being more like a hummus, but basically if you put this in the fridge, it'll set up and kind of get a little bit firmer. And then rather than just waste what was coating my blender bottle, I took the water that I had been soaking the cashews in, and I put it into the blender bottle and just zhuzhed my Ninja and made some savory cashew milk that I just put in this Kivita bottle that I had previously washed. So let no nut be wasted. But anyways, I'm gonna get dressed to go to the gym. So that's where we're at. All right, guys, so tonight I'm taking a little break from the adapalene and benzoyl peroxide mambo combo. Hear me out on this and why I'm doing it, okay? So both adapalene and benzoyl peroxide, you know, as I've mentioned on here before, they both are keratolytic, and they kind of thin the very top layer of the epidermis. And you know, there is such a thing as too much exfoliation. That's why I'm always cautioning you guys against these harsh scrubs and abrasive things and doing too much to the skin. And if you'll notice in the vlogs, particularly today, for example, it's super sunny out here in Texas right now. And so, you know, I'm 30 days out from starting the adapalene. I feel like my stratum corneum is probably really thin at this point, and so I kind of want to take a few rest days basically and let it build back up, because basically right now I'm a little bit extra susceptible to the sun getting in, okay, and getting darkening of the skin, which I don't really want, okay? So I came in with this is what I picked up today, Mario Badescu's Seaweed Night Cream. I just put it on. I don't know. Why did I choose to get this $22 cream? So of all the high-end skincare kind of designery things, which I usually think are crap, Mario's stuff intrigues me the most because it usually has ingredients that are logical. So in this case, there's glycerin and there is hyaluronic acid, both are and propylene glycol, all of which are humectants and basically help keep water on the surface of the skin. The seaweed component I doubt really does anything. It just kind of gives it a maskiness and kind of a sliminess that makes you feel like you're doing something. And then it can be marketed as a seaweed cream, and it's green, so that's cool. But we'll see how this does. I put it on immediately to my wet face and it felt okay. It does have fragrance in it, which is my only reservation with it. Fragrance can be a little bit irritating, but it went on okay. I'm not like blown away by it, but I thought I'd give him a try, and it does smell really nice. The fragrance is getting me. It feels pretty good. So it's basically just a moisturizer. I don't really know that it's any more spectacular than my Neutrogena oil-free moisturizer, but that is where we're at. I do think it's a good idea to take a few rest days from topical retinoids and topical benzoyl peroxide, things that thin the skin, things that, because it's a light exfoliation. And just remember, there is such a thing as too much exfoliation. So right there. So speaking of luxury skincare, in the gym someone put on the Miss Universe pageant, and I swear that is like the World Cup of cosmetics. In one corner you've got, you know, Miss France, and the other corner you've got Miss Brazil, right? And the makers of La Mer cream and the makers of the Bum Bum cream are going neck and neck, thinking, because you know whichever gal wins, it's like, our cream is native to the country of the most beautiful woman in the world. And all of a sudden the sales of Bum Bum cream are gonna just skyrocket exponentially, and it'll be like a Bud Light commercial of a Bum Bum cream. I'm gonna conclude the vlog here. I hope you enjoyed it. Give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.